I take your leftover stuff.
All right, gather around, boys. So here's the deal today. You guys are going to Goinoi. You're looking for AA vehicles. There's rumored to be one in Goinoi. So you guys, simple operation is go over there and blow up enemy vehicles. If you capture the whatever vehicle the ZU-23 is on and you turn it into the authorities, you get a bonus. If you manage to hold Goinoi from a massive counterattack, you get a massive bonus. Otherwise, this is pretty much a kill mission, but every vehicle you kill, you get a 750 bonus for the group. Open world, otherwise you do you, but most of the action is going to be in Goinoi. Are there any questions?
Alan, do you have a weapon? Bring me to your stuff.
All right. You guys can deploy. Good luck, have fun. I'll be by the box on 5-0. 5-0 if you need me. It is time for an understaffed mission. The player base is only about 13 strong at the moment. I know Devil's coming up late, but this is meant to be a small mission as well. So, they're mainly hunting for vehicles. I believe this one is unlocked. That's the ZU-23 truck. I got some BTRs also tucked away over here. For them to destroy, there's a BMP-1 up here as well, and then I've got a few more vehicles I'll be sending up as QRF here and there, but we got a bunch of campsites as well. But the only thing that's giving them group payments today are vehicle destructions. Everything else is individual, except for whatever's left over past individual bounty payments of killing hostile forces. Captain Lost, thanks for 24-month resub, buddy. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. That should give you the Silver Lance Corporal badge, actually. I appreciate your support. And I hope you get a nice kick out of the scenario. Seeker, how you doing, buddy? I don't have a pay for pain menu for this one, Seeker. That was exclusive to last Wednesday. Even then, today, if I did, I'd be canceling it because we don't have the player count for it. It's only like 13 people that joined me this morning, so I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that because it would be very easy to overwhelm them. Good check. Alright, so we've got pretty much 2,000 plus troops that can come in to secure this area. I don't plan on using all of them because that would leave me with only another 1,000 on the rear. But we'll just have to see how things play out. With this player count, I'm surprised we didn't go for the one up here because that's going to be less units to fight, but I mean, this one, in theory, they could come in, only kill, you know, the 150, 200 forces that are garrisoned here, grab the Vix and run. So, could be a nice raid, but it won't be much on the territorial change.
The main thing is to hold that whatever part we hold with an escape.
So, they'll pretty much be farming the enemy. I'll be pretty much deploying immediate QRF in the form of that 40-man group. And then these two 40-man groups will have recross the river and come out to the south. These markers I've moved up just really for reference. They kind of just represent all the garrison forces back here, so elements are going to be coming in groups of 40 or so. Same with the unit marker, and then, you know, the Rwandan troops, they can come in from anywhere. This is all just provided for emphasis. No territory, but it's going to be a decent payout for one. Two, it gives them the option to keep the ZU-23 vehicle and use it for themselves and rearm it with the black market. I'm curious, though, how many... Yeah, so I guess we'll just play that by seeing how many boxes of ammo it has left. Plus, they get to use it today. And we'll see how effective it is, but I might, you know, change the price on it based off of how OP I find it. And, you know, we'll go from there. I'd say I'm trying to wrap this campaign up because we're 20 missions in. The player base has fluctuated heavily. Right now it averages about 20 to 30. Somewhere between there. And I just kind of want to move on because this has been going for like 2 or 3 months, so want to move on to the next thing, and then, you know, free up this slot to do a few other, like, one-offs before we move on to another campaign-style mission. Now, it's still going to take at least 6 missions to clean everything up with their average kill counts, but if they can respectively get about 600 kills every mission and we actively run things on both the Wednesday and the Saturday slot, they should get this done by September. At least that's my hope. But I'll be quick to throw things in. I got to keep track of however many Rwandan forces I put in. I'm definitely going to at least put in a platoon today, maybe 2. But we'll just have to see how things go.
Command, all elements, you are free to
What happened with the leftover forces on Wednesday? So we can see the effects of that. So there were 18 Rwandan troops that survived the, funding, so they got added to the northern group there. But, I mean, again, these are just relative markers. I can commit them whenever. I can remove those 2 ZU-23 Vics. Those are just there for show. Territory got taken, but, again, this was 2,000, and now it's down to 397, so... That's pretty much gotten rid of everything that Op4 gained this month. So now every other mission is going to be focusing on dealing with whatever continues to exist. Alright, so right off the bat, I see 2 people deploying one way and everyone going another way. I assume they're going to be doing reconnaissance, or I guess trying to sneak in somehow. But based off of where they're moving, I'm going to set up some patrols in case they're going to try to bypass the front line. There should be active patrols in these regions. And then I should have another one to the south. Because we're essentially utilizing the river as our border point. And then Goinoi is a hard point. We only have 1 marker there, but there's a lot more than a single marker it's worth, because it's these are just average estimates. I see, so they're trying to get on a bit of a hilltop.
She could have probably...
You know, I'm genuinely curious. No one's bought a darter drone in this campaign.
It would have been probably...
From the black market, no one's thought to try to purchase one. I did redig the trenches here as well. I do have a BMP-1 on guard duty. But again, I just got to keep track of all Vics. And then every infantry kill, we just keep track of right there. There you got these guys swimming across. Sam is... guess he got a little lost.
I could tell you.
Likelihood of getting shot down is too high? I guess. But if you put it high enough, you should be fine.
We are behind the river.
Alpha has crossed the river.
$84 again.
Copy. Command to Alpha, there seems to be only loose infantry on the crossing point. However, farther north...
What's 2,000, if someone has a calculator real quick, what's 2,250 divided by 14? Someone can give me a
we are taking shots
rough estimate there.
Copy.
There's also a few statics they can capture if they want to. We see Angel got hit. They're immediately digging some people in.
To the southeast, we took it out. We are now pushing said camp.
And I'm going to be folding. Oh, that's a waypoint marker. The hell? Had me select a waypoint marker twice instead of the actual units. That was weird. Alright, and then I have to remove all of that. I mean, the grass cutters, I don't care, so I'll just paint those. Storm went down. Surprised we're not seeing them dig in a bit more. I'm surprised they didn't use the river as a natural choke point to then create a defensive line and then start plinking at stuff. Instead, they crossed and made it harder for them to come around, and they got 2 people on this side. Like, the tactics are really weird. Because this is one of their medics, too.
This is Bravo. We're taking contact from the south.
Alpha.
We should be able to take him out once we see them through the fucking bushes.
Yeah, command to all elements. If you are getting contact from QRF, just try to get into a position behind an opening or pull back together.
I'm gonna commit the BMP.
Bravo, they go on the vehicle north from the town.
So 100, it's about 150. The blue vest is Calum. He always likes to give his money to somebody and just play with like a pistol. Broadshore needs to find where his buddies are.
Come on, this is Alpha.
Hey, Minor.
We are getting back here, just so you know.
Roger, can you have a mark on the map? Bravo, can you pull back to Alpha?
By the way, Minor, there are a guy.
We are in our marker.
Stay inside the...
Broski doesn't even have a helmet on.
One sec, Bravo mark in position.
I'll go and work on him.
Command Alpha, additional update for you. We're basically holding here and facing the music of the town and the northern squad.
Now we're gonna start sending farther patrols.
All position marked.
Command copies. Alpha, do you need assistance on the north or can Bravo just hold off QRF and attack the town?
Do not force split them. Do not fucking force split. You do not have the manpower today to pull that shit.
Roger. Command to
You
Bravo,
force split
you're
today, you are going to
Alpha
freaking
and
die.
Slowly entrench into the town if need be. Move together to ensure both low numbers.
Bravo copy, once we're able to, we'll try to maneuver.
Yep.
So that's a cannon. Oh boy. Alpha might be about to explode really bad.
Bravo, pick the BMP. Hold any additional AT. If God wills it, it won't blow up and we'll be able to steal it.
Okay, so this is Alpha. All of my squad is down. I'm the only one up. We're getting pushed on the wire. Goodbye.
Bravo, get to Alpha.
We're trying to provide support from here. We'll do so momentarily.
I don't know why these two went off on their own. Like they're what, linking people off? That's cute. Meanwhile, they're about to lose an entire squad.
Well, this is Alpha. I'm about to have like half my squad be dead.
Over right now. I'm covering you, fucking run.
Doing your left leg.
If you can get here, we might be able to save like
I am
two.
getting my fucking guys to run to you. Also, that BMP didn't blow up, so I'm planning to fucking steal that shit.
One of my men already fucking died.
Sam, Bandit, and Lolo are dead.
Stanley's gonna fucking die, and he's my goddamn medic. He's out here. I haven't worked on any fucking die.
I do not know why these two were off over there just plinking at people. I don't know why they did a force split. I don't know why they planned to do a force split. It was... This was literally... whatever. But Secret, you see why I'm not doing... Like, I only did the pay for pain one time when the player base was
Lucky fuck.
in the prime. Like, this one, no need. We're just doing it off of the numbers that exist.
Please do not pilfer my friends.
Again, this should have been... They should have set up on this side. They should have all been where Jesse went if they wanted to engage stuff across the river. That way they have the river as a natural choke point. Instead, Jesse ordered his guys on a complete opposite side to pretty much die so he could plink off, and he even had the command medic with him. It's like, bruh. Like, I really don't understand the tactics today. That was such a bad call. That was such a bad
I
call.
don't want to fucking lose it.
Well, this is open world, so you know
anyone
they're allowed to make those calls. But every time they've done a force split of some sort like that, they get utterly fucked, and well, today's no exception. That's also another reason why I'm trying to wrap this campaign up.
Bravo. Do you read?
This is hi.
If I move this BMP back to spawn, will it be savable for me to further use next future ops?
If that's what you want, but you're not getting paid. We're paid to destroy vehicles today.
I plan to leave the BMP back at spawn and then come back to the AO.
I mean, you can come back, sure, but yeah.
Actually, Charlotte, we're getting paid a lot for vehicles. So you can go across the river to engage the entrance position.
Yeah, now they're getting greedy. They're, instead of doing stuff that gets them paid, they're just taking the vehicles. Okay.
I will use the BMP to help us the objective, but I am saving this BMP.
People are thinking too individually right now. That vehicle should be here killing off the infantry. He shouldn't have the immediate thought of,
Charlotte,
ooh, I'm going to squirrel this away for later. It's not...
Alpha.
Yeah, I was thinking of that.
That's not what they should be doing.
Alpha was. You load up all their shit in the BMP and then I evacuate the said BMP.
But it's whatever. I'm just a Zeus.
Yeah, I'll work on it. Everyone else can fight, and I'll do the loading.
Kits will be saved if the vehicle goes back with him. Stanley, can you get back on the server and just... What is that, Sam and Lolo there too? Yeah, so if the vehicle comes back, tell Sam and Lolo that anything on the bodies you can keep, including ammo and stuff. But there will be no redeploy.
Everyone's already dead.
I think by now these guys would have been told, so I'm going to deploy a platoon.
Bravo, we're gonna be better off moving north and then engaging the town. It's gonna be a lot more open and easier on us.
Did Storm just get overpressured? Or did he just get randomly head? No. I have no idea what happened there.
Because you lost.
I am a two-man team.
Command, this is Bravo, I'll be honest. I have 5 people, and I'm seeing a swarm of infantry to the fucking north-northeast.
Command copies. All.
Alright, they're gonna call for AT assets because of that vehicle.
North, how copy? Give me a call up when you have all your guys ready.
Yeah, hold tight. I'm just trying to save their shit.
That was only for last stop, not for this up.
No pressure.
Oh, I shot the guy with the balls! Fuck you!
All this damage.
This is Bravo, you have enemies like within 100 meters east.
Command to Alpha, Bravo. If you're able to pull back now.
See, it puts me in a bad spot because I don't want people...
Hold out together.
What's the point of punishing them for doing something stupid? if the entire player base is going to suffer for that, you know?
Yeah, well, you don't need to stand by, but I have like a little bit more shit.
I assumed you loaded everyone and moved fucking west.
Yes, I did see that. I also have a man down here, and you have multiple men down here.
Oh, EDC.
I'll be
EDC it, I'm grabbing him. Yeah, he crashed.
Whatever the mission is, that's gonna be a worry for later. Alpha and Bravo members, if you're not able to pull back, still use the BMP to support, please. How copy?
If your gear comes back, you can grab it and reinsert for 250. That's my final ruling on that.
Yeah, Charlotte, you got casualties here if you want to load them into the BMP.
There's enemies like within 50 meters east. I am
See,
not
because
just
now they're
sitting there
gear
with
fearing with the
RPG.
BMP instead of trying to pull away.
There are 3 men down, and we just need to put them inside.
I'm a medic. I can get them all up.
Can you move them slightly to the west where they are not within
And now
the enemy?
these two are running off again.
Ah.
Like, where is the coordination here between the squads in command?
I'll get back close to you, but I'm not gonna fucking sit on top of you when the enemy's right next to it.
I'm just gonna say this op is foobarred and call it a day. But if people want to reinsert after they get their gear back, I'll let them. For 250. But now we're on the QRF timers, so I'm gonna occasionally be spawning some stuff, and by now
There,
word's
Charlotte, that should be
gotten
fine.
that they need to, you know, at least mobilize an RPG gunner.
Behind you.
Daz, poke my shoulder when you're ready to go.
Load everyone in. Oh, everyone.
Commando Alpha Bravo, sit up.
Still alive, give me a second.
I'm not gonna do it. I want him to
Should
be a
able
hero
leave
and do
now,
it.
Charlotte.
Copy.
Commando Alpha Bravo. It's for us.
Alright, this is Bravo. I'm gonna move. Fucking 1 sec.
I don't know how they got stuck there, but they got stuck there. AI being the hero. I'm gonna have these guys come through here,
We're going to first evacuate.
and then they're gonna deal with the
bodies.
gunfire they hear over here because they're not suppressed. No, they're not.
So there won't be any, problem with that.
Thank you.
Who are the 3 back there anyway? Lolo, Sam, and Stanley.
Commando Alpha Bravo, sit up, please.
as stated, BMP is just dropping off all people's shit so it doesn't get destroyed. And that's where Alpha is as well, because there's 2 of us.
Command, if you need to, I can just grab whoever is able at the moment and just.
I'm gonna say there's, you know, additional units doing logistics, and they're gonna be taking all of that stuff out.
That is what I wanted all of you to do.
Handful of bodies over here also gonna get taken.
Wait, is there...
I guess I'm gonna kill
for
command
like
now.
5 seconds, Charlotte.
Alright, these would be getting recouped. We have a few bodies in the trenches getting recouped. Stuff on that rooftop will be recouped.
Alright, everything's out. Go ahead, Charlotte, have fun.
Are you not going with us?
I'll be there. Some of my men may be returning.
Jesus Christ. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't know why command stayed there. That's crazy.
Hey, Bravo, you gonna like show the fuck up here or?
You're Bravo.
Alpha then.
You have Angel. The other one's me.
Alright, so they're not reinserting.
Are you dead?
I'm gonna pull forces back. Is that BMP is just gonna blink at people? Jesse, why were you separate from the rest of your infantry? That was the dumbest fucking call to make. If they're pulling out, you shouldn't still be in the AO.
Command is just fucking dead and lost.
Like,
I think
there
we
are
just
so many
have
bad
lost
calls
it
that have been
and
made
fuck off.
tonight that I'm just gonna start making fun of them. Like,
their shit, but
goddamn.
I assume they are not responding because they're swarmed, considering we just saw about the 2 squads worth of enemies on the other shore of the fucking river.
I love a mission failure.
By the way, that was the AI. That was not me.
Is that implying that you just exploded? Charlotte? Oh, I see a fireball. That's what you're Oh?
Nah, bro, they fell back to base because they had everyone's gear. They're not gonna take all the gear to the fallout. Like, I'm giving them a bit of credit.
Yeah, fair enough.
But that you probably, they said, how would I word it? They probably took the word fall back and
stayed there after we said that we're evacuating.
That is an oof. All right, how many Rwandas actually died here? I gotta.
I just got my people's ship back. That's
take notes. Let me do a note here. I think the op's done 2, 3, 4.
I'll be honest, that ain't no way we do it with basically a command squad and 1 full infantry squad.
Alright, so 8 Rwandans died. And did anyone make bounty? No one made bounty, so 143.
Yeah, that's not feasible.
I'm doing math.
I mean, we could try on food, but I ain't throwing a BMP in there when this time we moved in and there were like 3 RPG flying at us.
Doesn't the enemy have like
Alright, we're
more
gonna come up.
BMPs?
Alright, I'm just doing some number calculations here. Stand by for index, because you guys... Yeah, that was... This will be a fun debrief.
I am claiming this BMP. Nothing will stop me.
Well,
That was a fast
Yeah, sorry, my squad got murdered immediately.
it's what, like 20 minutes?
Don't worry, I think it's... Listen, I think that's understandable considering there was a fucking BMP that rolled up on
Of
you.
course, I'm so sorry.
And 14.
I saw one BMP shot go.
Okay, just so you know, if it did.
Alright, so what was it? Devil came late, but, I mean, by that point, he wasn't even in the op, so I'm just gonna write him out.
Yeah, like, I didn't hit my fucking tank shell, and I just got one shot.
Sam and Lolo died.
You know what you were
Who else
doing?
died? Jesse died. Ian died. And who else died? Bandits and Stanley.
Did I get everything from everybody then, excluding that RPG?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
I literally ripped your uniforms off, put them on, ran to the BMP.
Hold on, something's wrong.
Hey, I.
Hi is busy at the moment.
Okay, I just wanted to ask if I can add the BMP to my fucking
You
list.
can. I've kept track of all the ammo and damage, so that's going to be maintained. Stand by.
Copy.
That BMP is going to get blown to shit, by the way.
Yeah,
As soon as it gets put into frontline use, it's getting blown to shit.
we learned from this one that this BMP actually can take a fucking hit from an RPG and not fucking blow up immediately.
So,
Who am I double counting here?
Jesse and Ian
Yeah,
are the
with-
only two who actually lost anything because they're still dead out there.
Alright, let me...
I double counted Stanley, that's
yeah,
it.
I
Okay.
actually haven't used anything. I used up
13. They still get the 150 bonus. Actually,
You can only re-enter if you... Yeah, no, he's just looking, really. It is index. Bye-bye. God damn.
Yeah. I think I got 30.
I'll talk about it in debrief. And then how many kills was it again? 143, so that's 286.
I don't even think that was a command failing. We just got fucked.
You know what I just feel? There was... It's just the fact of that it was what, 12, 14, 13?
Okay.
Yeah, it was just really small. Sam,
Yeah.
I know we force split, but if everyone had been together, we all would have just blown up.
No, Alpha and Brother and Command didn't have an angle.
Wait, minor. It wasn't even a force split. Look at the map. We were within 50 meters.
We were within 100.
Well, Command was all the way over here.
Where was command?
Like here.
Oh, up there. Damn, they went all the way up there. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's how close we were. I heard it. I saw them retreating.
Some people say it's mine. Okay.
Alright, there's an argument between me and the Congolese, because on paper, they're supposed to pay us the 150 bonus per player, but you didn't achieve any objectives. So they're going to pay us the 150 bonus this time around, but now there's no contract choice. They are exclusively giving us one thing to do for, I guess, until they feel comfortable with us again, especially since you are bringing a BMP in, but you're keeping it for yourself, Charlotte?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, they're not happy about that, but whatever. Yeah, that was an op. I don't understand why command and platoon medic went one way and the two squads went another way. That was silly. And then when command told players to fall back, I think command was trying to get them to come back to their position, but instead of saying to come to our position, they said go fall back or fall back point. When people hear fall back, they're going to fall back. So that was a bit of a funky thing to do. And then command just stayed there and got wiped by the QRF that came in because they got a report that infantry came and stole a BMP. So they mobilized a Rwandan platoon and the platoon wiped command. So yeah, that was silly. I will process payments. Next stop is going to be the cleanup on the northern side because now you have to rebuild trust with the Congolese because, like I said, they're not happy. That's all I got. Ground, go ahead. Let me pay you guys out.
Alright, so I can explain the splitting up. The original thought was to you guys are gonna be basically close enough together that it's not gonna be a main force split. It's just gonna be one squad engaging the town while the other one kills the roadblock, and then you basically go into the town at the same time. After that, yeah, we didn't get there to hold it or steal a vehicle. The command running of north at the start was basically if the enemy is going to encircle us at the end when we need to pull back, if there's anything north side of the road on our side of the river, I wanted to know so that we're not pulling back into it. And then after that I did start going back to the main element, but there was a few guys in trenches I could just pick off from there, so I did. Since 2 command members, I didn't think it's that critical to have them with the main element. I'm not sure what happened with Alpha and Bravo, how far apart you were or how exactly Alpha got half wiped. But that is yeah, what happened in the end. But after you guys got together and got the bodies loaded into the BMP and then started arguing about those people, but Charlotte didn't want to pull up, I went with Ian to fortify the fallback point on the hill that had been pre-marked, so I just called it a fallback point, because it was on the map for the whole round, or game, whatever. And yeah, when I made the call of get to the fallback point, I expected you guys to know where it was, or look at your map for a fallback point, and not just fall back. So I guess that was miscommunication, so calling it simply my error is kind of whatever. But yeah, Alpha.
Alpha crossed the river, moved to split position, got visual from town, engaged town, dug a hole at that spot right there, started facing the music while Bravo moved towards a camp to the south. I thought, okay, we'll just hold the town's fire for a while, just sit here while Bravo gets to maneuver, that's fine. And contact increased, vehicles started moving. I said, hey, Bravo, maybe move around to a different angle and push there while we take all the pinching. And then an HE round landed in front of the trench. And then an HE round hit a tree that was near the trench or in the trench, and it downed my squad. And the fact that I was alive was miraculous. The rest is history. I loaded my men in a BMP, and then I ran.
That one BMP shot downed 5 people by my count.
And killed 3.
Yep, and killed 3 of them. No, 4 of
So,
them.
Yeah, 4.
let me... Actually, there's another squad that needs to go. I'll let them go, and then I'll speak some 2 cents.
Alright, Bravo. Same start as Alpha. We got to the split point where we noticed the little camp. So we're like, alright, Alpha can take care of the northeast. We'll move like 50, 100 meters south. We took care of the camp and the static there. We took contact from like a patrol or another squad that was further there. So we're slightly pinned since they can shoot through the bushes and we can't. Then there was engine noise followed by screaming and happy noise from me, but also terrified, because it turns out that I was the only one in the squad that had any AT in the mission where we were supposed to destroy vehicles, and it was one shot. I'm happy I hit it and disabled the BMP. After that, I was even happier when I learned that the BMP didn't blow up, so we ended up stealing the BMP. Also, the very bad moment of us being together and getting Alpha up with enemy just walking on top of us like 50 meters. That's why I was all twitchy and wanting to get out as fast as I can, because, yeah, they just fucking walked up on us, and I didn't want someone with a very large rock to throw said AT rock at the BMP.
Boulder.
That'd be very bad. Also learned later when we tried to get the ground command up after they got surrounded that that specific BMP is very nice, and it can actually take normal RPGs, the enemy rock, with just disabled engine, and not entirety of it blew up. Which I'm
I think
happy
he
about.
got hit by the weaker
I do
RPG,
have
but
one
I'm not
thing
going to
for
say
my
anything.
squad. If you're missing a GPS, I was holding on to it, so I got everyone's GPSs. It should have, but I have it in my screenshot, so you have it because I'm giving it back, of course.
Okay,
Just,
thanks, Miner.
just one last thing. If you are, like, how to put it, Caleb, how do you manage to run? How does Caleb manage to run with like a reflective vest, sunglasses, a pistol, and that's it? As a medic this far into campaign, please explain.
Because Caleb always gives his money to other people, and he literally just goes into the op with the bare minimum, which is a TT and 2 magazines, and then he loots the first gun he gets, and he just
I would kindly request that he's not put as a medic then.
He's picked anywhere, and the medic was open, so that means there would have been no medic. I would have rather had him in the role than that, so that's my choice to make, not yours. Thank you.
And he also saved multiple of my men.
Kalen did awesome. Kalen did awesome.
Kalen did good.
Sorry, it's just that at the start it fucking threw me off with, like, you know. Anyway,
that's fine.
We did as much as we could with that, I think, considering it was, what, 13 people, which is, I think, the lowest we had so far.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's about it. Sorry for the long.
All I'm going to say in closing thoughts is you guys hit a town head on. And you not only did that, but you decided to take the one natural advantage that you had, which was the river, and then commit a majority of your force across the river, and then take one of your 3 people that can revive people and keep him on an overwatch position with command on a completely separate side of the AO that had no overwatch capability of the main force. So that was, like, there were, no offense, Jesse, but there were just a lot of mistakes. He's already gone. No, he's not. Okay, I'm sorry, that was Devil. The force splitting has to stop. Like, if we want to finish this campaign, I really want to finish this campaign, but we're not going to be able to finish it if you keep doing the force splitting. Especially if we have only 13 people, you got to play more defensively. Got to play slowly. We literally had 2 hours to literally go into a town, steal a vehicle, and then leave. But you guys played it way too aggressively and kind of paid for it today. So that's just all I got. I'm going to keep it to smaller AOs going forward. With the exception of Wednesday, it's probably going to be a bigger one, but there's less stuff in it. And I'm going to just, I guess, stream the dev of that one. But I hope you guys had fun. I hope it was still a rush, but oof, that was probably the worst result of the campaign so far. That's all I got.
We were easy savable.
So the force splitting
Ian,
of the
you literally
medic
had
or
a platoon of Rwandans on top of you.
When I was shooting, I was like, oh, that's a lot of Rwandans and places. Yeah.
So you weren't easily savable.
Once the PMP opened up, I heard footsteps go away.
Yes, but then 2 RPGs went out and hit the BMP. So if the BMP tried to push forward, I would have RC'd something and just blown it up at that point, because that shows they don't give a shit about my RPGs hitting it.
Can I put my 2 cents in for a sec?
Go ahead.
All right, look, guys, we need to start doing a little bit easier ops. If Liru brings back the contracts, we need to start rebuilding our shit.
You're not getting a
A
choice.
lot of
Everybody
us
said
are
that.
literally low tier crap right now, and it hurts. I even watched it in this op here. It really hurts. We need to start doing the easier ops for a little bit and get our shit back up.
Broad,
so
to
we
cut
can
you
actually
off.
do the harder shit.
You're not getting a choice anymore because
I
the
know.
Congolese feel robbed.
I know. I know.
Liru, do Congolese have a BRDM to trade?
No, they have 4 BTR 60s that you got them in a previous mission.
Damn.
If you got them BRDMs, then they could have traded, yeah.
Just to clarify, was it the force splitting of command or just the one medic in that top? Because I was always planning to go back to them after getting the intel of no enemy camps on our side of the river.
So here's the thing, Jesse. I'm going to be perfectly on your side here. I don't think you and Ian, when the BMP shot into Alpha, would have been able to do much in that situation. What I'm critiquing is you went on the northern side of the AO on your assault vector and sat on a hill while you sent Bravo and Alpha on a completely separate vector without, like, at least you could have done was sent them in front of you, and then you could have overwatched from the trench line as they breached it, and then had immediate cover to work with there. Or at the very least, you should have kept your entire force together, gotten eyes past the river to try to scout what was in the town, and then made a plan on that. But instead, you kind of blindly sent your guys in and just hoped for the best, and that's what fucked you. And then by being separate, you weren't able to really assess what their situation was, so you couldn't really tell that they were in a state of panic because they just got mass cas and lost about a third to half of their infantry. So when you try to give them orders to say fall back in where you want them to go to a fallback point, they're going to hear the word fallback and immediately route. And I know that's, I'm on my high horse right now saying that, but if you were just simply with them, you would have realized that that whole scenario was just completely unattainable, and you should have all just pulled out from that region. When you, as a ground command, separate yourself from where the main infantry is, you are not able to see firsthand what they're going through. So if they're getting royally fucked, they're going to take whatever excuse, especially in a campaign about survival, whatever excuse they can get to just leave. And that's kind of what happened here, and that's why you and Ian got hung out to dry. You see where I'm going with that?
Yeah, kinda.
Like, it's a bit more on
the radio.
Yeah, like, it's a little more on, like, player psychology, and I know, like, that's something that, we're talking about for playing a fucking video game, but that just is going to happen. Like, the best way I'd put it is this campaign's kind of like Tarkov. Tarkov, where people have gear fear, and I mean, Charlotte, no offense, I noticed immediately you grabbed that BMP and immediately tried to nope the fuck out of the AO with it, leaving everyone else to dry. That's not a good thing for this campaign, though, because I could have been more aggressive with my units and just wiped everybody, but I'm not, because I still want you guys to have a good time. But like, it's hard for me to say. That's why I caved after Lolo brought up the revive thing. I bumped it up to 250 to give people a second chance to go in, but no one took it, so we just sat with what we had. So, like I said, I'm going to just be choosing the easiest contracts going forward. We're just going to build you guys back up, and then hopefully later this month, you guys will start getting choices again, but we'll see.
Clearly, we should have gone with the drug raid.
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest.
So much money.
I would not have had enough time to build it. That's why I intentionally switched my vote off for it, so this one would win. I preferred a quicker op, a 1-hour win over that, and then we could have done drug next week. But at the same time, if you guys weren't able to handle this one, I don't think you would have been able to handle drug either, because I would have given all the enemy custom kits 7.62 by 51 or 54. You would have been wiped. So it's just...
And
who
can
knows?
I say something?
Go ahead, Lolo.
I think we could have been fine if we have hit the BMP before it should. It's just we were in a really bad position.
I agree, but yeah, you're right. You weren't in a good position to really get sight lines on it because, again, you were ordered across the river into a CQC situation without doing any recon on the AO, and that's something I've tried to get you guys to fix for months, but
What is recon?
Yeah.
Player does not understand the concept.
In the Congo,
I see
recon is
enemy,
gonna
I
be
shoot
kind
enemy.
of hard. And after I got there, we did try to go to the top of the hill and the road after it was clear.
You know what? I'm sorry to say this, but I kind of feel like I have to call you out on this, Jesse. At the start, where you were making a plan, you said, "Oh, this place is good. There's sightlines here. There's sightlines there," and then completely forgot about giving us sightlines on the south side. And with that knowledge, if you know where the sightlines were, we could have set up well and just overlook and take out, harder shit from distance. Instead we're just pushed through the low ground, lower ground.
All right, guys, take it easy. I'm gonna go play some Battlefield 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna dev Wednesday's mission. I will see you guys later.
Don't forget to update the lists for up because there was a lot.
I don't fucking blame you or anything.
All right. It's rare where I will literally sit down and just outright tell the player base what they did wrong, because I don't like to do that because it's on my high horse and blah, blah, blah. But that was, I think, their worst performance this entire campaign, and we're 20 missions in. They can't pull stuff like that because two people that had a lot of money just lost a lot of gear. And now, I mean, we're going to be doing, I'm going to be controlling the AOs, so we're going to start them off over here. And the bonuses are also going to be a bit low till the Congolese feel like they've been paid back, so that should be funny. Yeah, Devil, no, that is A-okay. I would feel the same way if I went into a Stillwater situation. It was an utter shit show. But I kind of see what Jesse's plan was. He was basically going to have his forces go to the south, one establish a blocking position, the other one go into the town, but we didn't have the manpower for that today. We did not have the manpower for that at all today. So, oh well. Oop, delete an op4 zone. Oh, c'est la vie. It is what it is. Alright, and then this for that AO specifically. What mission was it where it would have been, so 20 was here, 19 was here, I think 18 was up here, so let's boot up mission 18 and then import over all of the stuff, and then that'll be our camps. There is still a little bit of a bridgehead, though. I can't remember which bridges they destroyed. No, they destroyed the northern one, so we can remove that from play. But the other ones are still fair game. So this will be a large AO, but it's going to be like a sweeping. And then after that, I'll give them, you know, one or two choices again. I don't think Debrief was salty at all, to be perfectly honest. I think it was done with good intentions. Wait, did I just open the... I'm an idiot. I just opened the file again. I think everything was done with good intentions. I just think Jesse legitimately misplayed and didn't really realize why he misplayed, if that makes any sense. That's why I sat down, I'm like, bro, like, this is what you did wrong, and this is why. Which is why I started going into, you know, stuff like player psychology and whatnot. But whenever I'm dropping terms like player fatigue, which is why I tend to have the ops only go up to 2 hours, it's because of things like that. Because I've been doing this since 2016, I know how people, on average, are going to act. And what you can and can't get away with on average. Did you miss anything? No. Not really. Okay, so it's gonna be like this. Yeah, they never blew that bridge up. So I'm trying to measure my area here and get rid of all the op4 markers so there's no duplicates. Because this is just going to be a big copy. And then a tweak. Because, you know, why build an entirely new AO when we already have everything there? And at this point, I don't mind streaming it because it's already been streamed, so I don't really have a problem. And then I might have to do a little bit more of the southern area, which... God, which one was that? That was Breakpoint. There were two, so I should be able to hit both of those. That was, I think, 17 and 16. But yeah, BMP-1 that was guarding the town just kind of went up and explored why the town was, or what was going on, and then it just drove up to the players and point-blanked them with an HE round. I'm actually thoroughly impressed that the vehicle AI are that brutal. I appreciate that. I very much appreciate that. And then I still need to do the southern stuff. So let's go ahead and... Oh, I'm an idiot. Hold on. No. I forgot to turn those off because that can screw up the pasting. Now, massive AO, but we start here and we just thoroughly clear out this section and then we focus on this next section. I'll put a 703 reserve here and then the 310 reserve there as well. Because they'll be coming in from these bridges. But I'm going to have them start down here and then the focus is going to be clearing all that. But this is about like 500, 600 troops. But they're all separated across a big area. The greatest advantage was the river. So, I'll give it a second because I'm going to show you guys in file, but it's loading a new save. But the AI suck at crossing rivers. Not to say I won't manually make them cross and outflank you, but if they're getting a bunch of gunfire, they're going to go check out what that gunfire is. But let me show you an example. Ian and, no, this was the spec op in between, and I left that marker there, so it was actually missions 17 and 15. But that was down and going away. Okay. So Ian and Jesse were right here, dealing with whatever frontline trench they were. They dug a foxhole. They had trenches down. Platoon of Rwandan commandos, well, not even commandos, Rwandan forces came around, point blanked them, wiped them both. If you guys just sat, there's a trench line right there. If you guys sat on this side of the river and just plinked at them, you are preventing your opponent from basically rushing you because you have the river. Now, what would eventually happen is I would cross forces like over here and then have forces start to envelop you. But for the immediate 10, 15 minutes, probably at the 15-minute point, then you might start getting some pressure on the rear. You would be able to basically assault the enemy with impunity with the ability to immediately disengage and not have to worry about being encircled because you're pretty much on the border. So how I envisioned this op going is if you were going to legitimately hit this AO head-on, you would probably want to use the two areas that are closest to the town that would give you some sight lines in, not just blindly cross in. So I was expecting what Jesse and Ian went to, the entire player base would go, and then, you know, from this slight hilltop, poke across the river and see what they could see. And then if they came up to the edge, they'd be able to see this entire area. But by not having to cross, you guys could have literally fortified this spot, cleared out the trench line, cleared out whatever else you saw, what came from the side, because I had a garrison, you know, just guarding the road, and then had a hard point to do it. And if it was too hard for you, then you could have dug a foxhole trench out and been fine. The only fear you would have had was any potential encirclement. But the river provides extra time for Op 4 to, you know, prevent you from doing the encirclement. So the river, it's a natural choke point. But we're getting into really advanced concepts that players often do not think about. So that is my mistake for thinking that you would have done that. But even then, like, if you're going to do a recon by force, it's a bit silly to separate command in the first place, because command's not, you know, there to see what the issue is. Because command could have looked at that issue, noticed you were taking a fuck ton of fire, and said, yeah, no, fuck this, and then immediately pulled you guys out. And then another thing about this, too, is this is something, again, you guys wouldn't think about, but pulling aggro. If you attack the southern side of an objective and pull everything in the town that's QRF and patrols to the south, and then disengage, and then move around, and then attack it from the north, boom, you now have a really easy open northern area, and you can get a foothold in the objective by the time all of those groups that are looking for you from the south then have to move back in to assault you. But that is a much more advanced concept, so I don't blame anyone for not thinking about that. I think we had it to the river. I don't remember if we had these other objectives here, but I will... Yeah, I think it was to those, so we're going to copy. I need to get rid of that marker. We'll copy down to here. Let me move this just to make sure there's not like a map marker. No, we're good. Okay, so copy that. What I think has happened in the campaign is the player base has gotten a bit too relaxed. Because there was a point earlier on where they were getting their butts kicked every mission, and they got really, really skittish. But then they started executing, like, proper raids, proper disengagements, and all that stuff, and then they started making a fuck ton of money. And I think they got more and more relaxed with, hey, we can just bulldoze through the AO. I think the op that specifically gave them that opportunity was a combination of Op 14 and then the other op where they were off on the flank. It was a backline op. And there was like 400 or 500 M23 members in there, and they were basically there to just wipe everyone out. And they easily, within an hour, wiped everybody out. There was maybe a few times where 1 or 2 people were knocked uncon, but they just bulldozed the shit out of them. So after that, I feel like they've been in a permanent mindset of, hey, we can just bulldoze the shit out of them. And that's what's kind of costed them, you know? So we'll immediately have a camp right there, but they should be in cover. Let me go copy the stuff over. So now, as we want to wrap this campaign up, we need to get them back in the mindset of, hey, you guys still need to be a bit cautious here, because you're no longer fighting just solely M23 rebels. You are fighting dudes that are equipped with, you know, 7.62x51 battle rifles, and they will kick your ass. Yeah, any camps that are, like, immediately on the border, I'm going to just remove. That one I will also remove. And then I'm going to move that marker right there to simplify that. I need to move another marker to simplify that. Gonna take that 40 out so I can put a marker there. But But yeah, minimal change. I can also remove these vehicles because it doesn't matter. Then I need to go on the black market channel and kind of check out where everything is. But let me go ahead and play this through just to make sure everything looks good. Payments are going to be for camp clearing, static killing, cache destroying, bridge destroying. They're not going to get to Tanan, so I'm not going to bother with that because it's 2 hours. But after we basically deal with this bridgehead, I'm going to focus on... I'm probably going to do 1 or 2 more missions where I specifically choose what they do. And then start giving them the opportunity to make a choice between 2 contracts and then 3 contracts and then yada-da. Okay, so the garrisons are breaking. Alright, I need to fix that. I'm going to delete the patrols because we don't need the frames. I can delete the camp up there because there's no way in hell they're going to get to that. But hey, I can immediately have Wednesday's first mission ready to go with this. But god damn. I didn't mean for that to be an ass-kicking either, but sometimes it be like that. We don't need the trench here. I can remove that from play. I can remove all of the backline areas from play. I can remove that from play. And that from play. And then everything else, I need to just do a large group selects. And then reset their garrison capability. And I guess the only other thing I need to do is unit upgrades. Alright, swiggity swoogity. What do you have, a shotgun? Awesome. You now have a 590. Congratulations. I love when when I put the units in the thing here, they switch races. That's so funny to me. So yeah, I gave him slugs. All right. Now you have plenty of slugs. Yeah, and then he goes back. What else? Car 98. Let's give you some semi-auto SKS. Yeah, see, he's white. I find that hilarious. You gain a ration. No, I'm gonna do painkillers. I haven't done painkillers. You'll gain a ration. You gain a bottle of water. Usually I do 4 or 5. I'm gonna do a few more. I'm also wondering how long is it gonna take for Charlotte to DM me saying, "Oh my gosh, I have to do my rat rolls," and it's like, okay. Where's a bottle of water? Right. Did he already have a bot? Wait. Okay, let me do someone else. So I can at least spread the loot out. Yes, he's white again. Arma's whitewashing everyone. He already has a bottle of water. Alright, 2 bottles of water. Fine. And then you, I'm gonna give, something. Painted M40 helmet. Now. Now we're getting to plate territory. Oh boy. I've been meaning to do this for a while as well. Let's see. Do. Do 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 do. Let's see. What, you didn't think you'd actually be able to rat these guys, did you? No. No, you can't. Bro actually stuffed this guy so fucking... Why does he have 500 packs of cocaine? Bro over... Okay. We're gonna be here a while, are we? We're gonna be here a while. So were you just making this to try to farm him? Is that why he was so slow? Why does he have so much rope? I could hit the clear inventory button, but I find this more fascinating. I still use this guy to kill Stanley, too. That's the funny thing. You think you have enough ammo here, Chief? Is 300 150 round belts enough? Is it enough? Does he also have 2 billion scopes? Am I gonna be concerned if I check his scopes? He has 10 CCOs? What is this, Rat Man? Is this the Rat King? Is this what Charlotte's units are gonna eventually turn into? I'm just morbidly fucking curious at this point. What else did you hide in this man's ass? Ah, 100 chem shields. His name is Midas. Gee, I can only imagine why. Fortified tools don't even... Okay. God, I wish I could just hold it down and it would do it. That would be nice. 500 fortified tools. $100 map tools. Well, we got him down to 450 kilograms. I was wondering why he was so slow in the other ops. I'm like, damn, he's kind of thick. Wonder why. So what additional ammo? If you blink, you'll miss it. Do I dare? And he's still fat. What else did you put in this man? Oh, because you can only fit 3. So there's still something in here. There's still something in here. You know what? I give up. And he still weighs... Because he has 100 charges. And 100 V40s. Okay. What else did you put in this poor man? cute. Also cute. Very cute. Do I even want to look at this man's uniform? I'm just gonna manually check him in a second. What does this shitbird also have? Do I just need to audit everything now, guys? Is that where I'm at? Great. Awesome. See, Seeker, this is why I don't like to give people special privileges. Because they like to sneak 20 RCOs up a man's ass. Charlotte, how many rats do you have? $14? Okay, you have 14 elastic bandages and 5 more rats. Congratulations. Drake, where's the MG42 ammo? Drake? Seeker? Where's the MG42 ammo? I just copied the same one like an idiot. Okay, hold on. This guy only has 2 mags! I missed. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. What is in this? Okay. Go shoot Angel. Go shoot Angel. Just go shoot Angel for me. Just gonna. He chunky boy. You are such an asshole. That explains why Stanley died. Ah, this is a lot of nice gear. It would be a shame if someone, you know, prevented you from getting it. A real shame. A real shame. Okay. Anything else I want to do? No, they don't, but I can manually copy-paste it. It's fine. I'm gonna make a new kit. Why? Because I can. What should I give you? Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh, do I want to be an ass? I'll give him a practice grenade for funsies. Alright, what else can I get away with? You have to be a sub, and then you send, you basically, I send you the mod set on Discord, because you DM me. You make a kit in the arsenal, and then you hit the export button, and you send me the text. And if it's cursed, I'm going to break into your house and drown your goldfish. Debating. Yep. Cool. New kits, new stuff, new wonders. Big ass AO. I'm sure you'll sweep it and be fine. Alright, we'll be back at 3 o'clock in 2 hours for the 31st Steel Legion. Losing my sanity. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers, and have a good one. I don't know why I tapped back in.